Good evening, good morning, good night, and welcome to another episode of the number one podcast for artists and artistry in the world. You are now tuned into another episode of Body of Work. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching this live or if you are joining us on the playback, we greatly appreciate you for being here. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to tap on that live link or the playback. So, we thank you, we are grateful, and we are happy that you are here. Before we jump into it, as always, make sure you click that link in bio to check out the Long Sleeve Radio Thank You Mix. Right now, we're on number 25. That's a quarter century, y'all. We done got 25 mixes under the belt. We're going to keep going till we hit a bean. Don't forget, them boys over at Garden Parties Football Club, this Saturday, on the Earth calendar. This Saturday, they're hosting the Premier League kickoff party at the Black Sheep starting at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Get there early. Don't be a square. Also, we want to give a shout outs to Black Soul Summer. They are putting on some amazing work. Work don't work without work, and they working over there. So make sure you go check them out. Make sure you go tune in, plug in, tap in, and everything over there. Shout outs to Todd, shout outs to Melvin, and everybody. Tame, Arts, everybody doing their thing over there. Today, we have, we got a true hustler. We got a true hard worker, a true navigator of certain spaces. This cat has been Superfly since Superfly has been flying. I know this cat for a while, for a long time, and man, I tell you, the work ethic, the resilience, and just the overall way that they operate in. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of these young cats. I'm loving it. Loving it. Okay? I'm loving what I see out of these young cats. So, without further ado, we about our space with this one, y'all. It's about to be a fun one. We about to be gone. Your brains is about to be out of here. So put on there you go. So put on your space helmets. Get your oxygen tanks ready. You know, sir. Call Houston. We do not have no problems.
No problem.
That Beyonce bumping. No, sir. We ready for liftoff. Okay? And if you don't know who I am, my name is LP, a.k.a. Swens, a.k.a. Shades. If you know me in the industry, wow, we're waking everybody up here because it's morning in Saigon. But that is okay. They need to know. They need to tune in. They need to be put on. So without further ado, we have the one, the only, the big boss, the CEO.
Hey man,
one of the flyest cats over there in West, North, and South Philly, all over the tri-state. If you don't know who I'm talking about the one and only Mark, a.k.a. Doug Spacely from UNP. Doug, what's good? How you living?
What's going on, brother? Once again, appreciate you for having me on the platform. You mean, like, shoot, I'm excited, man. I'm definitely excited. I see what you got going on. I love everything you doing. It's just like, I'm appreciative, bro. Blessings for sure.
Listen, man, I'm a huge fan. You see, I got my blueprint ready to take notes. Whatever the universe about to download from you, I'm excited. So let's just jump right into it. This is your time, your space. You know, just talk to the people. Let them know, you know, who you are.
Who am I? Damn. Well, I mean, shoot. Start off. My name Mark. Everybody. I mean, usually call me Doug, though. You know, I guess that's my little nickname or whatever. So that go back. So, but I mean, pretty much to start off, I just always like been a creative. I love building and watching things start from like the ground up and just being a part of that process and just watching things, you know, materialize from nothing. So it's like, I don't know, I always had that in me since I was little, like just being a young boy, you know, starting off with the Legos, you like building, then you move on to to the, what is the Bionicles, and then I was into all that. You feel me? Had to take it back
Yeah.
real quick, but like I was into all that. So like, it just always attracted to me, like art and just the way things looked, and I felt like I had a different perspective on things when I seen and interacted with stuff, and so I just carried that since I was a pup. Like it just started off. I guess my mom and my pop, they really, when I look back, it seemed like they really cultivated me towards having that type of mindset and that being that type of person to where you can, not be one track minded, not be trapped in a box type time. So
Mhm.
it's like I started off young. They put me like probably 3 years old, 4 years old, put me right in the dance. Started off as a dancer, so I was dancing, doing the hip hop, the jazz dance, all that cool mess. Like, but I was into that when I was young boy. Like, when you see the young
Yeah.
boy, the kid at the cookout, everybody, oh yeah, come on, little man, come do your dance that you do. I was that young boy, so they had me coming out, so I did that for probably like 8 years for real, for real. Like that was me when I was young boy. I was the little dancing young boy. So it started off like that. Eventually, like I always had a love for like music and all that too. So eventually moved into music. So started off taking piano lessons, drum lessons, all that. And like especially growing up in the church, like you around all
Mhm.
that music. So it's just that influence and that bubble. You just kind of get sucked into it. So it's like had to start on that. So it started off, yeah, went to music, so I was taking music lessons, all that. But in between, it was like I always was just like moms and pops kept me fly, kept me fresh. They always, especially my mom, like for sure, like I would say my mom was like the spearhead of me just being like this, I guess, not normal, but like just different young boy. Like not they always put that in my head. Like you're gonna be a leader. You're not gonna follow anyone. Like that's what you
Yeah.
are. You're a leader. So like you pave your own way. You do what you do. Like so that kind of always just stuck with me since I was a kid. So like yeah, always been fly. Mom's kept me into all that because she do hair, so she always been in that space, been in that light. So I'm always around her, just like when she doing her fashion shows, hair shows, all that, she always was bringing me with me since as a pup. So started off like that. Then just you just getting older. I guess just starting off getting into different experiences, different types of things, just liking different stuff. So I probably would say I had my hand in trying a lot of different stuff as I was growing because my parents always just gave me that leeway to be like, oh, so if that's what you want to do, all right, that's what we gonna do it. So they
Mhm.
always gave me that support to be able to like try different things and not be afraid to fail. And if I didn't like it, then move on to the next thing. But honestly, like I would say, music and fashion was always what stuck with me the most. Like that's always what I kind of just like gravitated towards, just organically. Like it wasn't no pushing towards or no type of influence that kind of needed me to go that way. I kind of feel like it was just always meant for me to go in that different path. So you know did that growing up in Philly, if I ain't mentioned that, from West Philly, and so I grew up there. Probably I was born and raised there, moved to Delaware probably like middle school, high school years. So we did that. But honestly, I probably would say out of anything, moving to Delaware from Philly was probably the best thing to happen to me for real, because like I got a different perspective. Like growing up in the inner city, it was just always seeing one thing, and you always had this perception that you had to live up to this, to be this type of person, and you had to be tough, and you had to do this, that, and the third, just because that's what we surrounded by. It's
Mhm.
Philly, like it's the trenches. So like I always knew that wasn't me though. Like
Mhm.
had people around me, was cool with people. Did all that. I can't lie. I had my fair share of like trying to go that way or trying to be that cool guy, tough guy, whatever. But like it wasn't for me. Like I wasn't good at it. So I just knew early. Like what, I'm gonna just stick to what I like, what I know. I'm gonna just be me. You feel me? So, but honestly, yeah, moving to Delaware, I would say that was the biggest, like, that was a life changing, life perspective moment for me because I was around different types of people and I was in a different setting. So it
Mhm.
was kind of like I got to, I not say become a new person, but I would say reinvent myself because I spent all this time, my adolescence, my being born into this certain type of lifestyle. Then it's like you move into the suburbs, I mean, you feel like, I guess that's like the sign you made it or whatever. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's not necessarily you made it. You just in a different setting. You in a different situation, so you gotta adapt to that setting, to that situation. So I would say, definitely say I adapt quick. I basically just, found out my little crew, whatever, stick to who I knew, what I knew, and just it started off from that. But definitely in high school, middle school, as I said, I always kept myself prepared, kept myself fly, looking. Always had the sneakers, the jerseys, whatever I was trying to do. Like, but I always did my own thing. I would kind of say I never followed trends. I would say I started a lot of trends. Not even trying to pipe myself up, but I was just always the type of person just to like, you know what? Ain't nobody doing this. I think I'm gonna do this real quick, and see how it go. Like just to try it out. See, just try something different. So that was always, I was the type of person, like, I would say I took risks. I would do stuff that everybody else wouldn't want to do or didn't, necessarily think was cool. But if it was cool to me, if I liked it, then that's how I rocked out. So yeah, starting off high school, middle school, did all that. So going from high school, like, it was when it came time for school time, that your parents always pushing you. Yeah, it's time for school. You gotta figure out what you about to do. You ain't about to be sitting up in the house, blase, blase. So I'm like I from the jump, like school was alright. Like, I can honestly say I was a good, smart kid. Like, wasn't no dummy. Was into my books and all that. But at the same time, school just wasn't. It wasn't it for me. Like, it was just like made me feel like a robot type time. Like, it
Yeah.
just wasn't. I just didn't feel school like that. So when it came time for college, I was like stuck on the bubble of like, do I really want to go? Do I really see myself going to a 4-year university, whatever, and graduating, getting a degree, working, blase, blase? That never really was my plan. Like, I always kind of had the idea and the mindset, like, I want to have my own thing. Not, I want to have my, I want to work for myself, basically. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to set my own schedule. I want to be able to pay myself, go and do as I please, but at the same time, I'm doing what I like and what I love. So that was always kind of my mindset, probably starting out in high school. So, like, when it came time for college, I was like, like, I wasn't really feeling it, but ended up going anyway. Went to a little community college or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Was in there, but it wasn't me. Like, I was slacking off, wasn't really in school for real. Cause I was, I wanted to. I always had the dreams of, like, if I don't make it with the music, at the same time, like, I skipped over this part. In high school, that's when I started DJing. So,
Yeah.
starting the love for music, like, I always was like, I tried rapping for a little bit, as everybody does,
That's
like,
everybody. Yeah.
as everybody. So, but I came early. Like, I realized I can rap. Like, I could put some bars together, but at the same time, like, I ain't really what I want to do either. Like, I'm the type of person, I'm cool, laid back. I don't really like being in front of the camera and doing all the extra blase for attention type stuff. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
was always just the type of person, like, people gravitated towards me. Like, I never really had to put myself out there and just be that extra hype person and just be like, oh, look at me, I do this, I do that. Like, it kind of just, people seeing me, they thought I was cool. Like, they just, they mess with me. So it always
Yeah.
been like that. But, like, piggybacking off the DJing, I was doing that probably. I DJed my first party my junior year of high school. So, crazy story about that. I only heard the story one other time on a platform. So, like, this was the time that really I knew, like, all right, so if this is what you want to do, you got to be serious about it. So, just your typical house party. Some homies that I had in high school, they had like this little party group or whatever. So they used to have the little parties on the weekends, all that. So this was their first party. So they come to me like, listen, like, we want you to DJ the party. We're going to get busy. It's going to be packed out. Boom, boom, boom. Can you do it? I'm like, all right, bet. So mind you, this is my first party. I got my equipment. Well, I got
Mm-hmm.
my turntables and I got my laptop. So I'm like, I don't got no speakers yet though. So they set me up with the whole speaker setup, whatever. I go over there, check it out. It's cool. So the day the party come, we in a party. It's a nice turnout. Like, I'm saying, for my first party, it's a
Nice
nice
little John.
basement
Yeah.
party. Like, I'm rocking out. So we in there. The basement party, the girls in there, everybody in there. So boom, I'm DJing. I'm in the middle, like I don't know what song was on, but it was rocking in there. So boom, I'm DJing. Then all of a sudden, boom, whole stereo system just cut out. No music playing. Like, mind you, this not my stuff though. I just got my computer, my turntable, so I'm thinking it's gonna hold up. Like they told me everything was cool. So boom, yeah, the music just cut out, and I'm like, yo, like what happened? Like what's going on? So I'm trying to hurry up and figure out what's going on. Boom, 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 trying to get everything together. But it's mind you, it's a full blown party going on.
Yeah.
Everybody in the basement, so it ain't no music playing now. So they like, yo, what's going on? What's up with the DJ? Like, what he got going on? So boom, that's when they get it going. They get the chant going. DJ fuck up. DJ fuck. And I'm just like, damn, man.
On your first
My
go around.
first
Wow.
party, bro. My first party ever. This is junior year of high school, bro. I'm probably 16, 17 at the time. So I'm just like, damn, like, I'm a nut. Like, this drunk. And like, I don't know how I'm going to bounce back from that. So this is probably like a couple minutes that go by. People come down. We get the situation together. But eventually we get the music back on. So we get it rocking again. But it was just like, that moment right there, that's when I was like, listen, if you're going to do this, you got to take it serious. It ain't no playing around with equipment. It ain't no borrowing people's stuff. It ain't like, we got to be prepared. We got to be ready for anything at this point. Like, because you never know what can happen. Anything can happen any moment. So I was just, at that moment, I was like, I would never let nothing like that happen to me again. I'm gonna get my own equipment. I'm gonna get my own speakers. I mean, if I gotta ask moms to grab them for me, I'll pay you back on the back end when we blow up all that. Like, so it was just like, but she was on board with it. She got me my first turntable, and I was just like, Mom, like, I want DJ. Like, so she's like, all right, well, we gonna get you a turntable. You mess around with it. You do what you want to do. So like from that moment on, I'm just like, all right, nah, we in it now. So I get myself right. But from that time on, that's when them 10,000 hours started. Started bouncing from party to party, like doing like the whole Delaware area. I'm doing college parties, house parties, all that. So I was just, cultivating my craft, seeing what worked and what didn't work, seeing what I was good at, what I wasn't good at. But at that time, that's when I'm just like, no, like I got it in me. It's just, them 10,000 hours, you got to work at it. You got to hone your craft. So it started off with the DJing. Like during that time, that's when moving on, like college and all that, ended up dropping out. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't doing the college thing no more. That ain't for me. Let me just, try to get some bread, and try to see if I can work this DJ thing out or work something else out. So that's when I hop in the work field, 9 to 5, get my little bread on the side. But at the same time, I'm trying to get my parties when I can, do my cookouts, my birthday parties, whatever. If you need live music, I'm there. Like, I basically was like on that type of time. I ain't turning down nothing. Like, at the end of the day, like, I love the DJ. I love the music. I love being in that setting. So it's like, that ain't nothing to me. Like, I was always that type of person, like, the money, like, I never was really worried about the money. Like, yes, I want to get paid for my service and want to get paid for my craft, but it was like, I love doing this. So, like, I know no matter the amount that I'm getting, if it's big, small, whatever, like, the money is going to come if I do my job how I'm supposed to do it. If I do this with my full intention and really put my power and and really intend on this to be a good job. So, like, once I realized that, I was like, all right, so, like, I just know I need to put my effort and just put full like energy into whatever it is that I do if I want to see that return. So realizing all that is like moving on into high school, college, and all that. It just eventually turning like you kind of get stuck in that job mode. Like I'm getting job to job. I never was that type of person. Like I always knew I ain't want to be working for nobody, but I know at the same time I gotta put my dues in. I gotta gotta work my way in the rank. Like it don't start just like that. It ain't overnight. You gotta put your work in. So like just working, trying to get my bread up, all that. But eventually, it came to a point, like I would say, fast forward all that, when it came to pandemic time, that's when, like, I would say, to me doing a lot of talking to other people, that's when people did a lot of self-evaluation and just, like, a lot of sitting with themselves and really figuring out who they were and who they were at the core and what makes them tick, what makes them do whatever. So it's like, it came down to it, like, I always was that type of, like I said from the beginning, I always like to get fly, like to get dressed and all that. So it's like, it came to a point where it's like, especially during pandemic, like, yo, I just like went all this time over my life. I had the drip, I had the little flyness of all that. I could dress or whatever, but it's like I'm spending all this money on, other people's brand, these high fashion brands, whatever. When it's like, why I can't just make my own? Like, why I can't just, do my
Mm-hmm.
own thing? So that's where the whole idea of unparalleled UNP came from. So like, breaking down unparalleled, that's the name of my brand. I have a clothing brand now, so I basically transit, as I said, like just loving art. I always knew I wanted to have some type of ownership or something, but it was like, what would it be? Like, what could I own? What would I want to do? So like always, I had in the back of my mind, like I would start a brand one day. So when it came down to me actually sitting down and planning it out and doing the research of how to, run a brand, how to get the clothing, how to, design, and how to get different designers and all that, it came to the point where it's like, yeah, I really think I could do this. Like I always had the, the love for fashion, love for art. Why I can't just make my own brand? So
Mm-hmm.
when it came to unparalleled, I picked that name. Unparalleled means having no parallel or equal. So basically, how parallel lines, they're right next to each other, the same length, same,
Mm-hmm.
unparalleled, where it's not the same. It ain't, it
Ain't
ain't
nobody.
nobody. It's nothing can amount to it. It's his own thing. It's his
Yeah.
own essence. So that's kind of what I always felt about myself. Like I always felt like my own person. I always felt like I never really was like, I wouldn't say fit in, but I would say stood out. I never
Mm-hmm.
was just like, I always would just pop out. I could never really blend into a crowd type time. It just was like organically. So like coming up with that name, I was just like unparalleled seems like the perfect fit just to describe a brand or something that I would want to create and attach my name to. So started that out, I would say during the pandemic 2020, that's when I really sat down and just researched everything, tried to plan it out, got the business right, LLC, all that cool stuff. So I would say sat down the whole 2020, just planning that out, getting everything right. Then 2021, last year, I officially dropped in April, did my first collection, and yeah, we just been running since then, man. So I mean, shoot, this is my baby. Like I treat it like my baby. I mean, I really love just having the creative direction to just put out my own product. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. But I always just seen like my overall aspect and my goal for my brand was just to be, all inclusive, all inviting to everyone. But the main goal was to just like be a thing to get yourself thinking, who are you at the core? What makes you you? What makes you the type of person you are? What makes you different from everyone else? You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's different. Everybody has similarities. Everybody, may like the same things, may not. But at the same time, we all have our, things at heart that make us who we are. So that's kind of what I wanted to get out there through my brain is just what makes you you? What makes you unparalleled? What makes you one of a kind? What makes you one of one? Like what is it that sets you apart from the rest? Like, I
Wow.
never was the type of person to go down the same path and do everything else that everybody else wanted to do. I wanted to go the different path. I wanted to go the road less traveled because, like, at the same time, I like to push myself. I like to, get better every day. I always consider myself a student of the game of whatever it is I'm studying. Like, I always want to be a student. I always want to learn. So, that's just always been in me. So applied that, been applying that to the brand, and yeah, we just been rocking out since then, man. Just been a journey. Like I had my ups and downs. It's been a year so far, but I'm still here. You feel me? So like it ain't
Yeah.
knocked me out the game, and I just know like the more I put into it, the more love I put into it, the more energy. Just I know the abundance, and just what's gonna come back from that. Like it may not be overnight, but I know if I put in that slow grind, put in that work, eventually, the universe is going to give me back what it is that I put out to the world, which is at the time just always, all the time, always just showing love, appreciating, being gratitude, being gracious, and just I mean, appreciating the people that came before me and just the people that influenced me and just the people that keep me going. Like that's just all I'm about, just showing love and just showing gratitude. So I mean, it's been a journey, but we still rocking, man. So I mean, that's pretty
That's
much my story up to now, bro.
best. You done dropped so many gems talking about your
Hey,
journey, talking about especially the part about, and I love when the universe reiterates this part about putting in your 10,000 hours, no matter how that looks. And I love the basis of what you're talking about is like, who are you, right? So like, who are you at the core, and how do you put in the 10,000 hours? Because it'll look different for everybody, right? And I
exactly.
love and I loved when you were rocking with the DJ stuff, because you were putting in the hours. You was everywhere. You was at
Yep.
everybody's cookout. You was at everybody's.
Exactly.
I saw it.
Exactly.
I saw it. You was there, and then you could tell the energy sort of switch when you were like, I'm putting it into my brand. I'm putting it in with the
Hmm.
creative direction. I'm putting it in here. And that takes time and fortitude and sort of like a mental push for you. So what can you talk a little bit more about what success looks like for you? Because even through the ups and downs, do you feel as though you're successful, and what does that look like for you?
I mean, honestly, bro, like it started off. I always thought success would like. Well, I would say not always, but starting off, I thought success was monetary. Success was something you could actually physically see and physically, you would know when success is. But honestly, over time, bro, just going through the process and just going through ups and downs, like I've realized success to me is just doing it. Honestly, bro, if I say I want to do something, just honestly putting in that foundation of actually manifesting that actually into something, like that's what success is to me, just actually putting forth that effort and putting forth that time to get things done and to do what it is that you feel like your dreams are, and trying to manifest your dreams and try to get to that spot that you always seen yourself at. That's success for me, just the journey itself. Like I wouldn't say success is just one particular spot. I would say success is just getting better at being a better person and just getting better at my craft every day, every month, every year, whatever it may be. Just learning and taking that time to just go with the flow and just go with the universe, wherever the universe may take me, wherever I end up, just going along with that journey. That's success to me. Just you know, yeah, taking it day by day and just getting better.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, wherever the universe takes you, surrendering sort of to the
Mm-hmm.
universe and what it does. But when the universe when you think the universe is taking you right and it hooks you left, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get sort of through those mental blocks or those creative blocks, or when you're feeling unmotivated to create something? How do you push through sort of those moments?
I mean, shoot, that's still a learning process to this day, bro. Honestly, like, cause like I'm not gonna lie, sometimes yeah, it gets hard sometimes, bro. Just being a creative, like sometimes when you get that block, or you just had them days where you just not in it, or you just feel like damn, like I don't have no inspiration or just no energy to really put forth into this. It's just like sometimes I just need to be to myself and be to my own thoughts to be able to just get out of it myself and just get to that point where it's like, all right, like we ain't gonna be like this forever. Like what is it that you trying to get out of this? What are you trying to put forth? What
Mm-hmm.
energy do you want to put out there? What is it that you're trying to visualize and trying to what art form is it that you want to express yourself from? What is it that you're trying to express? So like just yeah, day by day, it's just like getting out of that block. I feel like dealing with just being to myself, or kind of just like being around things that you know get my energy high, or just give me that satisfaction, or give me that that feeling of just like, all right, now I actually want to put forth this energy to the brand, or to DJing some music, or whatever the case may be. It's like, yeah, it's just a learning process day by day. It may be different. Some days I may, just need to go out to eat. Some days I may need to just take a walk, but it's different things. Like, but I'm just realizing, like, it's you just sometimes you just got to be to yourself and take it one step at a time. Like, it's not a just a quick 1-2 process. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you got to
Mm-hmm.
realize sometimes you need to just sit with yourself, reassess what it is that you're trying to do, and try to find a better method or find a different method to get that out. So that's usually how I handle that.
Speaking of self, and this is the last question before we jump into the game.
Okay.
Speaking of self, as a businessman, as a CEO, as a true hustler, as somebody whose
Youngin.
I'm assuming brain is always working, always thinking of like how to get to the next, or how do you get back. Can you talk a little bit about what self care looks like for you?
Mm. Yeah, that's heavy, especially in our community. Like I would say, definitely everyone needs that time for themselves to do what it is that they like to do, or just to decompress. Like I would definitely say, yeah, just being to myself sometimes, just getting a good nap in, or catching up on some movies. Like you feel me? You gotta get the nap in sometimes. Like especially like when you ripping and running. Like sometimes you realize like, damn, I've been up like, shoot, damn near the whole day. Like and then you right back up. So it's like you like just having that time to sit down and just decompress and relax. Like I realized that definitely helps me a lot. Like I'm definitely like I ain't been on it in a while, but especially since starting my brand. But like I would say shopping for me, like that's the thing that just like it's a cool, like it just gets me calm. I like just seeing what's new out and what's coming out and just staying on top of that whole scene, or just listen to music. Especially like I would definitely say I'm a big R&B head, so put on a good playlist, put on some, just kick back and just unwind. Like definitely the music helps a lot, I would definitely say too. So that's typical self-care for me, just unwind and definitely some good music, some good eats, get a good nap afterwards. Then yeah, I'm cool. Like I'm good to go, man. I'm good to go. I'm a simple guy. It don't take much, man. It don't take much.
Wow, that's good. Wow, Mark, I love you, but thank you, man.
Love
Like
you, brother.
the down
Love you, bro.
again, the downloads and the things that you were saying, especially like putting in the 10,000 hours,
That's
especially
key.
who you are at the court, and finding that within yourself, but also asking other people, right? Because
That's
that's something that's important, that I'm definitely gonna keep asking myself, is like, yo, who are you? Who are
mhm.
you at the court, going through the course of taking in everybody's energy, or being bombarded with so many different things, especially now with social media, because you and we've been on social media for a hot second. We didn't see the
Yeah.
changes, we didn't been through the iterations, but now at this new level, especially with Web3 coming up and NFTs, like all these different energies, who are you at the core? I think that's hella important.
Yeah, because you can get
Wow.
lost in it, bro. You can get lost in it, for
You can
sure.
get you can get hella love. Wow, that's super lit. Okay,
Yeah, man.
wow, what a I'm excited. Thank you so much for that,
Appreciate you,
man.
bro.
All right, we are now before we end the show, we're gonna jump really quickly into a fly game called Take It or Leave It. Now, if you are new to the show or new to the platform, here's how it goes. If you take something, that means you would water the plants. That means you would take it out on a date and spend a little extra. That means you would that means you would make sure you get your waves spinning before you go see it. If you leave something, that means you don't care about it. You kicking it to the curb and you put it in the trash, even though you know it goes into recycling. All right, first up, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. You taking
Dinosaurs.
them or you leaving them?
Dinosaurs. I ain't gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna take dinosaurs. I got my reservations on dinosaurs, but just for the simple fact that I grew up on them. You know what I'm saying? Like we all grew up with the dino toys and the. One of that Disney movie Dinosaurs. I don't know if you remember that, John, but that was a classic. That was a classic. That was one of my Johns. So yeah, I'm gonna take dinosaurs. I'll take it. I'll
Okay,
take it.
bet. Cruise ships. Cruise ships. You taking them or you leaving them?
Leave it. Leave it. I've been on one cruise my whole life. I don't even know how old I was. I was a young boy. Nah, I don't do water, bro. Like big bodies of water, I don't do it. I'm cool. Like I barely do the beach, bro. I'm cool off that. I'm
Okay.
straight.
The beach. All right. So we could tell, because that was next on the list. The beach
Uh,
is a no for you.
so
You leaving
I
it?
ain't gonna say it's a no for me. I ain't getting in the water. I chill
Okay.
on the beach. I put my feet in, but I ain't getting chest level in that water. I'm cool. So I'm short. Like I don't play them wave games. You feel me? You get took under real easy. So it
You were
depends. I take it on some days. I leave it on some days. It depends.
okay. Wear a nice little UNP tank
You
top on
feel
there.
me? Like
Get
nice little
the
beach fit. Yeah. Yeah. The shorts
okay.
is coming
Okay.
too. So be on the look for that. So they gonna be coming.
Say less. Say less. Bicycles. Bicycles. You taking them or you leaving them?
I'm taking that, man. We grew up on bikes, bro.
Okay.
Mongoose. If you ain't had a good mongoose, you wasn't it in the hood. You wasn't it out Philly, man. Especially when you hit them hills, man. That's all we was on. I used to live on the hill, so I went up that joint religiously. So I mean,
Yeah.
definitely did my time on a bike. So I'm taking that. I'm taking it.
Okay. Bet. 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 Olives. Olives. You taking it or you leaving them?
Leave it. I honestly, bro, I never even ate an olive, but I can tell you, I'm leaving that. That's like I would say I'm a picky eater. Like I only eat a certain amount of Jones, and like when they come to freaky foods and stuff that just be looking crazy, I don't. Yeah, I'm cool, bro. The olives, I ain't doing that.
That's on the list. I'm gonna put that on. Now we gotta make a list of freaky foods. So thank you, UNP. Thank you. A list of freaky foods, and olives is number one on the list. Okay, we can do
For
that. We can do
sure, no, for
that.
sure.
Flamingos. Flamingos. You taking them or you leaving them?
I take it. I take it. Like
Taking
I don't know.
flamingos.
Flamingos just look dope. Like they just cool looking birds. Like I don't even do flamingos fly, bro. Do they
I
fly?
don't. I don't believe. I think only if they like have to at like a low level, but I don't know. We gotta
Yeah,
call the
like
research department
it's
for that.
crazy. Like when you think about how many different species of bird it is, but like yeah, flamingos is fly. I take flamingos. They fly.
Okay, bet, bet, bet. Vinyls, vinyl records. You taking
Mm.
them or you leaving them?
I'm gonna take it just for the simple fact, like coming from DJing, I never DJ on a vinyl turntable, bro. Like I still to this day want to learn that. Like I went straight to the CDJ, to the computerized, all that. Once I started DJing, so like vinyl for sure, I'm taking it because I gotta learn how to DJ on a vinyl turntable. So
Okay,
take it
bet,
then.
bet. We gotta tap you on with Brother Taj, and that whole DJ set.
Mm,
'Cause
for
they
sure,
they know what they're doing. They know what they're
for
doing. So
sure.
we gonna link you in together. And then the last one, which is customary here at Body of Work, books. Books. Are you taking them or you leaving them?
I'm taking that for sure, bro. Like. It's crazy. Like I will always say, like I wasn't the biggest reader, but I like reading about stuff that I was interested in. So it was like I wouldn't just pick up any book or just like you know what I'm saying, just read anything. But if I was into it, and if it was something that looked good, like it had a nice little cover, whatever, I was reading all day. So like I definitely like I don't know if you remember these back in school, the Blueford series. Blueford, I
Mm-mm.
was see that was
I
I
gotta.
don't know, that might be a little bit after your time. Blueford series, man, that was my work right there. They was just like these little hood books, but they was about high school kids and them just going through different stuff. But like that was definitely my work. But like, yeah, reading for sure. Books, I'm taking it. Like, yeah, I'm trying to get more back into reading. Got a few books I need to finish, but for sure, yeah.
Okay, bet, bet, bet. Wow, what?
Nah, bro,
Oh,
I had
okay.
fun,
We
bro.
just got word. We just
Oh,
got word that flamingos can fly.
hey,
Thank you,
okay,
Selena. Yes, thank you.
okay.
Yes, we just
Shout
got
outs to the
word.
research team. Shout outs to the
Yes,
research
yes. Shout
team.
out, shout out to the research team. Yes, they love. They appreciate it. They have limited flight. They have limited
Okay,
flight,
okay. So they
but
can
they
only
can't.
get but so
But they
far.
can't
All right.
fly.
No,
They
that's
can't.
what's up.
Shout out, yes. Shout out to. Thank you, Selena. Uh, My G, we love you. Thank you so much for
Love you,
being here.
bro.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
spending
you
your
for
time
sure,
with
man.
us. Is
Definitely.
there anything else you want to let the people know? Any upcoming stuff? Any upcoming
Hey.
drops? You got any shout outs?
So I got on one of my shirts now. This is an unparalleled tee. I just dropped this last month. Yeah, the beginning of the month. This basically is just like our fallen star tee. So basically the influence behind this is just like it puts you in thought. Like going back to what I was saying earlier, who are you? Like what goes on inside your brain? Like what makes you unparalleled? So it's just got a little nice little logo, unparalleled, beyond being equal to. That's pretty much our slogan. Like beyond being equal to. No, I have no equal. Nobody can amount to me. Nobody can do the things I do. So I just like to push that method forward, just to pretty much everybody that mess with me. Like just be yourself, do what you do, follow your path that was meant for you, and just just you're like going back to them 10,000 hours. Whatever your passion is, put them 10,000 hours in, hone your craft. And if you want to do it, you got to do it. Like you got to be serious about it, man. You just got to put that energy forth, and whatever you put into it, that's what you're gonna get back, regardless. So like, that's pretty much all I'm about, man. Like that's for sure. Definitely tap into me, man. Unparalleled UNP worldwide. follow my brand page. It's on Instagram, UNP.worldwide. You can check out our apparel. I have a website. You can go on the website. It's UNPworldwide.com. I can tag that, post that. That's in my bio. Yeah, just check us out, man. More drops to come. I'm trying to get this new drop coming in at least by the end of the month. I'm working on that now, so that's all in production. And just coming with different flavors, man. Just honestly, I would definitely say stay tuned for the fall. For the fall, that's when I'm really trying to get freaky and trying to get busy. So, it's just I'm having fun, man. I love it. I will honestly say through the ups and downs, like having a brand and having my own business is fun. Like just from the day to day, the operations, the production, the coming up with the designs. Cause this at this point, we just starting off. So I'm a one man band, but it may get hard sometimes, but at the same time, I love it because it's like it just gives me the control to put out what I want, and if people like it, they like it. If you don't, you don't. That's cool too. But I'm just on the type time I want to have my brand on that. Pretty much like if you know, you know. Like it don't have to be the biggest thing in the world, but like if people rock with it, if people wearing it, they appreciate it, they resonate with the message that it puts forward, then that's all I can ask for. Honestly, that's all I'm really doing it for. Like if you resonate with it, you that type of person that you gonna do what it is that you want to do, and you ain't gonna take no news for no answers. You're gonna find a path that gets you to where you want to go. Then you know my type of person. That's all. I respect that wholeheartedly. So that's all. I'm just pushing that forward, man. Like love and light, man. I appreciate you so much, bro. I definitely, this was love, like for sure. This was love.
This was good. This was a fun one. This was
No,
again
definitely.
the universal downloads for sure, but just the energy that you putting out into the world, that you putting out into Philly and worldwide. Yeah, whoever's tuning in from the East Coast or West Coast of either
Appreciate
the
y'all.
North America or Africa or Asia or Europe or even down in Australia, check out that website. Oh my G, thank you again so much for
Thank you,
being
bro.
here.
Thank you, bro.
Go cop that drop. If you listen to
Definitely.
live or you watching on
UNP.
playback, go check out his website, go check out everything. And again, from all of us here, don't forget August 6th, Garden Parties is doing the Premier League at the Premier League kickoff party at the Black Sheep. Go check that out. Shout outs and thank you to everybody over at NVC. We love y'all. We see y'all. Keep doing y'all thing. Everybody at De La Nona, we love y'all. We see y'all. Keep doing your thing. From Philly in the East Coast to South Central and the West Coast, all the way here to the beautiful town of Saigon, Ho Chi Minh, Sin Chow, from
Yeah.
Selena, T-Dot, and myself, all at Long Sleeve Production. I need some more coffee. Long Sleeve Service Productions. Woo! Because this energy, I love it. I love it. We thank you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next one.
Love.